So moving along, I said I was going to answer the most commonly asked question that I get, which is, what do I need to do to get my company in the map sections on the search engines? And so I'm going to really kind of talk through this. We've done a lot of research. There's a lot of information online. I'm going to share some things that you can do today in order to get yourself listed on the map section. And the first thing that you want to do is claim your local map listing on Google Places. And to do that, you just need to go to www.google.com/places. It's a whole back-end administrative area developed by Google that gives you the ability to stake your claim on your own company and say, okay, this is my company, this is my address, upload some pictures about yourself. But you want to do that. Latest statistics from Google indicate that something like 90% of businesses haven't even claimed their local business listing on Google Places. And so that's a huge determinant, right? I mean, if you claim your listing, you give yourself a major competitive advantage of the other companies in your local area that you're competing with to try and get on the map listings. So once you've claimed your map listing, you want to build it out. There's a lot of information that you can add to your Google Places listing. You can upload photos, you can upload videos. You want to make sure that you're in the right category, that you've got an in-depth description of what you do. And really what I encourage is maximize it. Put as much information in the Google Places listing as you possibly can. It allows up to 10 photos. So upload 10 photos. It allows up to 5 videos. Upload 5 videos. And really add as much keyword-specific information as you can. So if you're a plumber, like in this example I was showing earlier, you don't just want to put, plumber, plumbing, emergency plumber. Add your city modifiers in there. Miami plumber, Miami plumbing contractor, Kendall plumber, Kendall plumbing contractor, etc. The city modifiers combined with the services that you offer, that's where you're going to get the, really the placement for the city-specific searches, which is what's really driving the map listings. From there, once you've claimed your map listing, you've built it out, you're going to want to make sure that your website is optimized for the city-specific keywords that you're trying to show up for. And I'm going to be talking about on-page optimization, but specifically your title tag on your homepage. You want to make sure that that title tag says Miami Plumber dash your company name versus just your company name. And I'll explain what I mean by that when I get into the search engine optimization section of this webinar. Just real quick, going back to the bullet point above where I said make sure you build out your listing with photos and videos. I'm going to encourage you to use real photos of your office, of your staff, of your equipment. Obviously put your logo as the first image, but then from there, use real pictures, put faces, make it real. Don't just upload stock photography or stock videos. The more, the more personal that you can make the content on your website, and especially on your Places page, the better the conversion is going to be. Because people get to that Places page, if they see a picture of the owner, they see a picture of the staff, they see your facility, they feel like they start to get to know, like, and trust you. And you have a higher probability of getting that business than if they just see some stock pictures of a smiling face or something along those lines. So those are the things that you can do, that you can control on your end, right? You can claim your map listing, and then you can optimize your website, you can build out your listing, but there's some other things that are very important for determining placement. Those first things will ensure that you're in the Google Places listing and you have some content that's relevant, but really what determines placement on the search engines are two other very critical components, and those are reviews from real customers and citations. So just talking about reviews, on Google Places, there's a spot where your customers can write reviews. What we're finding more and more is if you have legitimate reviews, and I'm not just talking about, oh, we've got 17 reviews because, Fulanito and Fulanita wrote reviews for us. That's not the kind of thing I'm talking about. I'm talking about having real reviews from your customers, and, believe it or not, Google has identified all kinds of algorithms to really determine whether or not the person writing the review is legit or not. And it goes down to their IP address, it goes down to the username and password for their Gmail account that they used. Is that an active Gmail account that's writing reviews on other businesses? Is it a Gmail account that has historic data as far as the types of website they've been searching? I might be going into too much depth here, but really what I'm trying to emphasize to you is you don't want to just write reviews or buy reviews. You want to figure out a process where you can get your real customers that are real people operating in your area of business to go online and write a legitimate review of the experience that they had with your business. The other very important component is citations. And a citation is really just a web reference of your company name, your company phone number, and your company address. In internet terminology, we call it your NAP. And it's extremely important that those three things be consistent on the web. If your name of your company is Southwest Plumbing Services, you need to spell it in all of your directory listings and on all your web citations consistently Southwest Plumbing Services as opposed to just Southwest Plumbing. And you want the address to be written the same exact way. So if you're at 5533 Southwest 12th Street, you want that Southwest. If you're going to choose to make it SW, make it SW and not South space West spelled out. We're getting into semantics, but when Google looks at you across the internet, they're looking for a consistent name, address, and phone number to verify your credibility and to really get the most legitimate listings into their search engine results. So you want a name, address, and phone number that's consistent. Also, we find that having a local phone number as opposed to an 800 number makes a pretty big difference. You don't want to put an 800 number in your Google Places or your local map listings. You want to put a local 305, 954, whatever your area code is, you want to put that in the Places listing. And you want to use that consistently. I know a lot of companies have moved to putting tracking numbers on their website, and that's fine, but you want to make sure you have your primary office number in your Places listing, and then again, you have that reference on your website. So when Google spiders through your Places listing to your website, they see that consistent phone number. And so some ways to get more citations, right? Those web references that I'm talking about that are so important with a consistent name, address, and phone number. What you want to do, once you've claimed your map listing on Google, you want to go out to some of the other free directories that are online, like the Yahoo listing, the Bing listing, Yelp, CitySearch, Angie's List, Judy's Book. There's a lot of free directories that you can add yourself to. Make sure you use the name, phone number, and address consistently in all of those places. That's going to help with your probability of showing up in the Google Places listings. And so really that's where it's at from a map optimization perspective. Claim your listing, add as much content as you can, update the pages on your website so they're optimized for the city specific searches that you're trying to show up for, and then proactively get reviews and make sure that you get as many citations as you possibly can. Well, I hope you found this information interesting and useful, and more importantly, things that you can actually implement to grow your business online. If you'd like more information, more videos, you can go directly to www.clicklocal.net/free. We've actually developed a complete implementation guide that will really take you step by step through some of the most commonly asked questions that we get in internet marketing. How you can claim your map listing, how you can make sure you're showing up in the map section for your city plus your services, how to implement social media for your local company. So to do that, just go to clicklocal.net/free, or feel free to give us a call directly anytime at 866-610-4647.